Hi there, I'm Devin with Freckled Mom. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, hey! Make sure if you like this video, you give it a big thumbs up. Also, when you subscribe to my channel, you can see when I upload a new video. Today, I have some old decor I'm transforming to new. Let's get started. So I'm gonna get started on the sign first, and this is just a sign from the dollar store. And I think it was like a Christmas one, but I'm not sure. I like how it looked like pieces of wood. So I painted everything, and this is the back of a chair. And I got this at an estate sale, and I just loved it. I thought it had a lot of character to it, and I wanted to paint it to go on top of a sign. I thought it would be cute. So here's the front of it, where you can definitely tell it's the back of a chair. And this paint, you definitely want to use a couple different brushes because of all the little nooks and crannies. And I just used a Walmart paint. I enjoy the ready-to-use paint because it doesn't have to be mixed, and you don't have to pick a color. It's just an antique white, so you can just grab it right off the shelf and bring it home and stir it up and paint it. I don't even know if you have to stir it up, but I do anyways, just in case. But you see here, I'm going through with a smaller paintbrush, and I'm just getting all the nooks and crannies. And I have this sped up a little bit so you guys don't have to watch me paint everything in real time. But if you wanted to, just go to the settings and slow it down. If you enjoy that, some people do. Some people enjoy watching other people paint. It's relaxing. So if that's what you want to do, good for you, and go right ahead to the settings and slow it down. Other than that, keep watching. So here I just printed out some words off my Cameo, and I'm making this sign for my flea market. Some people, the way it's laid out, they don't come all the way in, so I wanted to let them know, come in, welcome. We want them to come in and look at what we have for sale. And we want to hang out with them and talk with them. So we definitely want to welcome them into our booth. And I thought this sign would be perfect for it. So here I am just laying down some transfer tape. And I'm putting the stencil down. I'm going to paint this. I didn't want vinyl letters. I wanted to distress it after. So I decided to do it as a stencil. And I'm just measuring it up. No rhyme or reason here. Again, just sped up. Because most of you already know what you're doing here, but this is the project that we're working on. So again, this was just a dollar store sign for, whatever holiday it was. Now this, it was a tip from one of my friends, Velma, and she said to throw on some Mod Podge before I stenciled. There's a couple different things here. Some people do the original color underneath. I learned that from Ginger Chick Rehab, and then you stencil with whatever color you want. But I wanted to try this Mod Podge way, and I think it worked out perfect. So here I am just painting with my favorite apple barrel color. It's Mermaid something. I'm not sure the whole name, so I'm going to put that in the description for you guys. But I love this color. It's just so pretty. And I use it a lot in my house because it goes well with my nautical decor. And here I am just doing a second coat. Just trying to make sure I have, really good coverage. And I'm going to distress it after. You'll see after, but I wish I did a little bit more making it look like wooden planks, and I didn't. And it kind of looks a little plain. So if you're going to do this project, I would suggest making some wooden planks before you do your letter stenciling. I think it came out cute, but I think it would have been cuter. So here I am just removing the vinyl. I had a little bit of difficulty, wasn't the easiest. I didn't want to pull up the paint, so I was trying to be careful, and I used my heat gun. And then I just went through and weeded out everything. And you can see on top of the E where I did a little fub up. So I'm going to sand it out anyway. So I'm just going to sand that part off too. Now I'm just using a little hand sander, and I'm going through. And I noticed when I did that with the welcome, it smeared a little bit, and I'm not really sure why because it was really dry. So I'm just going through and sanding off where it smeared a little bit in between the letters and just distressing it a little bit. Again, I do kind of wish that I made some lines to make it look like it was on pieces of wood. So I might take it down and redo it, you know. That's the joy of having DIY, is that you can change anything you make to suit your needs. So if you don't like how it came out, redo it or just add to it. That's the joy of DIY. And you can find old projects that you've done previously and do that to old projects, you know, give it a little bit new life, or if your style has changed, or a different holiday decor. Now you can see this was originally a Christmas sign. It's no longer Christmas, but I had that sign laying around. So what I'm doing here is I used some craft paper and I cut out the shape of the sign that I used. I'm just gonna glue it to it. I like doing this so the back of the piece has a little bit more of a finished piece. Even though I'm using it just for me, it's hanging up in my sign, you know, in my flea market booth where people are going to see it. So in case it falls down, or if somebody just turns it thinking it's for sale, you know, to see a price, they're not going to see that it was a dollar store sign. And I'm just using some hot glue and going around the edges. I did a little bit of E6000 so it would be, you know, pretty secure on the back of that. Here I'm just sanding the edges of that brown paper to get the closest fit, and it'll just look like it was built right for the back of this. It has really a seamless edge, and this is something I've actually seen from Glue Guns and Roses. I love her channel. She has so many cute DIYs, and I saw her do that once and I just loved it so much. So I mentioned Ginger Chick Rehab earlier too, so I'm going to put their links in the description because their channels are amazing. Like, they have really given me so much inspiration, and I'm sure you guys have already seen them, but if you're one of my followers from my Facebook and you haven't gotten into the craft scene yet, you guys really need to check their channels out and see what they do. Such cute projects. So here I just took some twine and I just went through the little holes. I had kept them because I knew I wanted to hang it from the back of the chair. So you can see the back of the chair there painted and waiting. And I'm just going through and kind of jazzing us, you know, the sign up a little bit. Like I said, it was kind of boring and plain. And I still might go back and make the planks of wood. I don't know. I love it, but I think I would love it more if I did that. So I'm just securing the back of the twine with some hot glue. And, you know, I really thought that would be a cute nautical kind of theme with the back of the chair, with the swirls and the twine. And I think it just came together so cute. So on the edge, this is where it had, you know, been pulled apart from the back of the chair, and I just wanted to kind of cover it up a little bit with the twine, and again just securing it down with my hot glue. Now I'm going to be hanging this twine by some hooks, and so we went to my father-in-law's garage to do another project. We will be doing our own garage one day, but for right now we're using his, and my husband just used a little drill bit. I'm not sure of the size, you know, I'm not the power tool person, my husband is, so he just drilled that in for me, and he did it in a couple different spots because I wasn't sure what would look best. But I'm only going to use 2 hooks. But he did 4 spots just in case I wanted them spaced out a little bit differently. But look how cute it came out. And this is just hanging up right in my retail booth. And it just, you know, lets people know, come on in. You know, we're open. Come in. Shop. So now we're going to do some chalkboard decor. So this is just a dollar store frame. I think it's a 5x7. No rhyme or reason, like I just wanted a little chalkboard paint. You could use this for so many things, but you'll see what we do with it. And I just did a little bit of acrylic paint for the color I wanted, but choose what color you want. I'll put in the description what color I use though. And then I'm just using chalkboard paint, and I'm painting over the glass. Now, second coat, so you really want to get a good coating on that. Now, I didn't like that glass. It just wasn't right. So I ended up taking a piece of cardboard and I did the same paint, chalkboard paint. I did like 3 coats, and I'm just gonna cut this out to the shape of the glass. And I'm not really sure why I didn't like the glass. I just didn't like it. And I've done it before, so it does work. If you want to use glass, go right ahead. But just for whatever reason, what I was doing, it didn't work. The last time I did it, I did a little bit of a primer, and it worked a lot better. So that's probably what my issue was. I didn't do a primer this time. But like I said, I just went to the cardboard, and I ended up using that. And this is just for me, so if you guys want to put it on the glass, just make sure you use a primer, and I think it'll be fine. But I did 3 coats, and I like the coverage that it came out with the 3 coats, and then I just placed it back into the frame. Again, this is just a dollar store frame, or any frame you have around your house, something old you don't like anymore. And the gold is just because that's the color of our booth. But I'm just layering all the things back in so that way it's secure and you don't, hear it moving around. If you don't put enough backing in it, sometimes you hear the glass moving around. So just make sure you put everything back in, close the back up securely. And you can use this for, your kids' rooms or, your kitchen, your office. I mean, there's so many things you could use this for. But, find a paint that is your color, that matches your house and your decor. And look how cute it came out. I mean, you really could do anything. You could be writing motivational messages to your kids every day. So many things. This is what we did with it. We sell Pokemon cards, and that's what we did with it. So now this is an old picture clip holder, from like Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure. And I wanted to add a little sign to our booth just saying what we accept for our methods of payment. And so I went to my Cameo and I just wrote out, what we accept. It's cards, cash, and crypto. And I'm just weeding everything out right now because I'm just going to put the vinyl letters right onto the actual sign. Now I worked on both sides of the sign, but this is just one side. My letter O got messed up, so I put a triangle instead, which is great because the name of our booth is the Treasure Triangle. I'm going to put in the description how we got ready for the Treasure Triangle because it was so much fun. You guys can see it if you haven't seen it already. And here I'm just measuring out the back to see what is the best placement. And it still went a little crooked. But again, it's just to, sit on the edge of our booth. It's, nothing crazy. But, you guys can do this for anything. This is so cute if you wanted to write like the menu, for your kitchen or just some kind of cute saying. That would be perfect. And that was just some chalk marker that I wrote "We Accept" on it. This was just a cardboard cutout I wanted to add to the back side where that clip was. Again, you can do this to whatever you're trying to match. Paint it whatever color you want and put whatever words you want on it. This was just something I wanted for what we're using it for. But this would be cute for anything. If you painted it with, whatever color matched your decor, and if you put, a little saying on it, I think it would be so cute. But we just did gold here. And again, I'll put this color in the description. And then I just used the little paper that came with our square and just stuck it on there so people knew what cards were accepted. And look how easy that was. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have many DIY videos coming up, so make sure you hit that bell and subscribe to see more. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're inspired to take old decor and give it new life. I'm on Instagram and Facebook as Freckled Mom. Also, you can read my blog about motherhood, sobriety, fun projects, and delicious recipes at freckledmom.com. See you soon!